regular basis. And you said that to your mother, this is not a regular, just fight now and then. We haven't, this happens a lot. So you said she was getting geared up and I interrupted you.
Yeah. And she told me, "Are you gonna work it out, man? Don't worry." So he come back and he apologized and tell me to come back home. And I did. And it keep happening back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And until he get an apartment close by my mom's house, by the neighbor. And he used to stalk me. He used to come by the window playing love music.
He moved out?
Yeah.
He left you in Saunders?
No, he moved out of Saunders and
went next to your mom.
Yeah, lived next by the neighbor next door. In one of the apartments.
This is after how many years of being married now?
2 years or so.
So he moved out and then he's stalking you, playing love songs on their window. So he's not letting you go.
And at night when I sleep in, peeping at me through the window. One time I happened to open my eyes and I saw him by the window peeping. I was like, what is that? And then when he see that I saw him, he said, "Hey, I just come to say hi to you." I said, "At this time," I said, "I sleeping." I said, "Move from my window, please." And he left. And then I tell my mom, and my mom telling me, "If you come back here, you'll be in trouble with me."
At this point, Gail, is the police involved? Like with the stalking, did you call the police?
No.
Didn't call? Why
not?
Not
yet.
Why
because I guess I was afraid.
Oh, you thought
I didn't know what to
handle it
do.
yourself?
Yeah, I thought I could have handled it myself. So it was just going on and on until one time my niece came to pick me up to carry me in Peters by my mom, and he grabbed on the window and he broke it. And he said, "You going nowhere, come here, get out of the car." And my niece drive off, leave him right there.
Have you heard the term domestic violence before? Did you know that this was the situation you were in?
I did not. That did not come to my mind at all then. I was just trying to survive. I was just trying to live.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask you a very difficult question. If you don't want to answer, you're free to not answer. What's the worst thing that he did to you that made you realize, if I don't get out of this, I could lose my life?
One time he came pick me up from work, and he had the children in the back of the car and he had the music on loud. And I tell him, "Why you have the music so loud and the children in the back there?" And I turn it down and he hit my hand off of the radio. And I turn it back down again, and then he grabbed my hand. He said, "You don't touch nothing in this car. This is my car." I said, "Well, it's me who help you get it." I said, "You need teaching me to drive. I want to learn to drive too." He said, "You don't need to learn to do nothing. You just got to go walk." I say, "Whatever."
Again, the control. You're not supposed to drive because then you will be independent. Yeah.
And I tell him, "Put me on here, put me on here, put me on here, put me on here, please." And he started to grab my hair and pulling my hair and tugging me back and forth, back and forth.
The children are there.
And the children in the back seat, yeah. And then we reached by Carablumba area where it used to be, where
Where's that?
Cosula's is now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, not Carablumba. Utilities at one. But I used to be.
I thought it was in the back. I thought it was next to Texaco.
Okay. And he drive in there and he went around the car, opened the door and pulled me out of the car by my hair and said, get out, get out. You want to get out? Okay, get out, get out. And he took the children out of the car and he pushed the little girl on me and bust my mouth. And the little boy was next to me walking, going. And he went with the car the other way because he couldn't pass through the field. And now somebody coming down the road driving. So my little boy said, Mommy, look, Daddy coming for you. Look, Daddy coming for you. And he take off for running in the dark. And I have Abigail in my hand. And I running, trying to grab him and couldn't see nothing. Just hearing his little voice, run, Mommy, run, Daddy coming. That is what made me make the step to get away. When I saw how it traumatized him, I said, but this is not good for the children. This is not good for the children. I have to get away. And I got Marianne and we went walking. We went walking all the way to Saunders and we reached home. And then he cussed with me for a while. And I tell him, stop it, the children have to go sleep for school. And then he stopped, luckily. And then I went to sleep. Didn't even worry with him. He said, look, you can't sleep, even you worrying with me. I said, yeah, no, I don't need to worry with you. And when you ignore them, when I ignore him, like it make him start to get on a little more. And I ignore him some more. And then he went somewhere and come back. And that was the time when I decided that it's time for me to leave this relationship. When I saw how traumatized my son was.
How are your children now? You think that the trauma affected their lives?
Yes, it did.
To this day?
Yes. But it's getting better with them now.
Did they ever get any help, any kind of therapy?
Yes, I took them to get some therapy. And
how old are they now?
They are 29 and 27 and 29.
How did you get away, Gale? Because we only have 10 minutes left. How did you get away?
Well, there was one night I asked my dad to help me. He had a truck, so I could get out. I want to move my stuff. He came and I started packing my things on the truck. My dad was helping me. And when I was almost finished, he came home. He showed up. He said, "What are you doing?" Like, just came up behind me, like, and scared me. So that was the only time in my life with him that I fought. I fought hard. I picked up anything. Normally I wouldn't pick up anything because I don't want to hurt him either, you know? So I fought and I fought hard. I hit him with everything, anything I get in my hand, I hit him with. And I get up. That's when my dad went St. Peter's with one load of the stuff and come back.
So you didn't have nobody to protect you?
No. And then my dad came back. I guess he probably heard the scuffling and then he gave his voice and then he stopped. I say, stop now. I say, you're afraid of my father? I say, fight me now, no. I said, anyway, let me leave you alone. I finished packing my stuff with the children and I was gone. And that was it. I mean, he was still coming by, trying to get me to come back. And I was like, no way. And that was the end of it.
This is how many years in you enjoyed this?
I think it was 7 years or so, if I'm not mistaken.
7 years?
Yes, about.
if you have to talk to young Gale
Mhm.
and you have to talk to young women, what would you tell them?
I would say get out as soon as possible. Run.
Okay, you went back to your mother
Mhm.
because this is one of the discussions I had with the lady from Safe Haven a couple of weeks ago, Vanessa Fraser,
Mhm.
that people keep saying to go, but where do they go in
Where
a
do
lot
they-
in a
yeah.
lot of cases?
Yeah,
And
some
it's a
people don't
very
have nowhere to.
it's a very dangerous time when they go because they
Yeah.
actually try to kill in a lot of cases. I think it was like a 75% chance that they would try to
Kill the person.
kill their yes
Yeah.
to kill their spouse.
Mhm.
Did you have any threats of death when you left?
Yes, one time.
How did that go?
He stalked me, followed me where I was going, and he pulled me by my throat and choked me unconscious. And he even thought I was dead. I learned that from the lady who he was with after me, that he told her that he thought I was dead. So he took a rock and hit me in my forehead right here, my forehead, and I still have the mark.
But if he thought you were dead, why would he take a stone to hit you?
Yeah, because he wanted to make it look like we was tugging at each other or whatever, and I fell and I hit my head.
Okay.
That's what he tell her.
He didn't want to make it look
Like it was he.
He choked you.
Yeah, but they were still see his fingerprints on my neck, and my eyes had bloodshed from how he was choking, like choke me unconscious.
So your advice would be to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Run.
How much support did you get from the police here?
It wasn't as I thought it would have been. The help. They told me, yes, it's a private matter. And then the detective at that time told me, "Are you gonna get back in 2 or 3 days? So we gonna worry, waste time and write up nothing about this because in no time I can get back together because this has always happened." I was like, no, this man tried to kill me. But you know, they saw, you know, what he did and everything. After I had went by the hospital, I went by the police station, and the doctor gave me the paper to give the police, to give them police, let them see what was, what happened and everything.
I do think they're doing much better now. They're training the police force.
I think they are.
Cassandra is I was there one day when they were giving them training, explaining to them the fear that the women feel. So I don't want anyone to listen and feel it doesn't make sense to go to the police because they have been really upgrading them, training them. There's no safe haven.
Situations.
Yes, in this situation for sure. Teaching them how to, when they see the woman, because often the woman would be acting crazy while the man would be very calm. So they would misjudge and say, oh, she's the one, not knowing that that's also part of the manipulation game. So you would encourage them to try to find a way to escape. Try to leave. They can call Safe Haven. Women can call Safe Haven. They can call Cassandra and any one of them to at least get advice because it is a dangerous time.
Yes.
You need to have a team around you. I don't know if you had that. You need to have a team, like maybe your church, your pastor, your elder, your siblings, so that they know that you have support. To do it alone is could be very dangerous.
Yes.
So whatever happened to him? How did you get what was the final part of the relationship?
He ended up with somebody else, which I was glad. Then he wouldn't have been stalking me anymore.
Did he hit her too?
So, yes. He even broke her arm. And she told me how I used to fight back and I was so small, so much smaller than her. I was like, I just fight. She said, you're brave. I say, all of us have the bravery in us. We just have to do it. But she had it really bad, wasn't me. Yeah,
apparently if you don't get help, it will just keep picking up speed and getting worse. Well, we have to end the program here. There's a lot more I would have wanted to ask. I think you did really well because you were like in the beginning I'm not sure if, if you will be able to make it through the program, but you did make it through, thank God. And again, our point is that someone can hear a real life story of what it was inside of a domestic violence situation. Started off like all of us, a love story, and it ended up almost with you losing your life. At the end, he hit you with a stone on your head, but you obviously you're here, so you woke up out of it. Did anyone wake you up, or did you wake up yourself?
I wake up myself because he had me carrying like had me like this, dragging me in the street.
Oh, he was pulling you in the street.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know, maybe to get help or pretend like he was getting help for me.
Because
or
you,
whatever.
of course, you fell on a stone automatically, and you needed to get help for that. Gale, is a very heavy story, and I am glad you're here. Many didn't make it. So we want to encourage women, girls. It starts sometimes like with you in your teen years. From the first slap, from the first hit. Gale said he wasn't hitting first. He was telling her, you're not allowed to wave. And don't think, oh, it's love. He wants to protect me from. No, it's control, manipulation. That is when you have to leave, because once you start living with them and they feel that they have the power and the control over you, because it's all about power and control, then it's much, much, much more difficult to leave. See the signs, know the signs. Again,
The red flags.
the red flags, holding you, upset with you for hailing men, the first slap, the first hit, the first push,
Yeah.
report
then,
it, get
out.
Tell
Report
someone,
it.
because
Yes,
you said
definitely.
you weren't telling people, right, in the beginning. You didn't know because you could handle it.
And I have my cousins, Simon. When they found out, they was like, why you say something from before? Because they was his friend also.
Oh.
And they went looking for him, but he went to the friend side and hide out when everybody was looking for him. And my dad was, and my two brothers were looking for him as well, and my sister, my oldest sister, she went looking for him too.
But it might
Nobody
have
could
been
find
it might have also been more violent.
Yeah.
He's alive still.
Yes.
He's alive still. Did he ever go and get help that you know of?
I am not sure. I'm not sure if he did. But we went to some counseling when we were together.
I'm trying to get the figures that someone posted, I think, on Facebook. 84 men a week take their own lives. 75% of all suicides are male. Men are less likely to get help. Speak out, talk, and save lives. Men Health Month. A lot of times when they're doing this is because they themselves are hurting and they want to pass on the hurt people. Thank you very much, you all, for listening. Thank you. Gale, thank you for being here. It went really fast. The hour went fast. Maybe one of these days we can continue the program. As for now, I know that this program impacted a life, and I hope someone heard and that it could save someone's life. We are glad that you are here. You did suffer a stroke. And I was asking in the beginning if you think there's any correlation between, then and what happened now. You said you're not sure. Please, folks, you never know. Let us learn as women to love and to take care of ourselves. This was the program Intimate Matters with your host, Jacinta Bryce. And my guest today is the brave and beautiful dancer and all-rounder Gale Hodge. Thank you again, Gale. Thank you for listening.
It was my pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me manners.